It always strikes when you least expect it. You're finally asleep, deep, restful sleep. Then suddenly, lightning shoots through your leg. Your calf clenches into a knot. You bolt upright, gasping in the dark, frantically rubbing, stretching, praying it'll stop. If you're over 60, you probably know this moment. That wave of pain. The helplessness. The dread of it coming back tomorrow. And the next night. And the next. But here's the truth that almost no one tells you. This isn't just a part of aging. It's not just dehydration. It's not just magnesium or potassium. And no, you're not crazy or weak. These nighttime leg cramps have a deeper cause, one most doctors never mention. And here's the good news, there are 3 powerful, proven fixes that can stop the pain. Gently, naturally, and often within days. No pills. No expensive treatments. Just a few small changes that retrain your body to sleep in peace again. One of these fixes is something almost nobody talks about, yet it's the #1 thing I use with my older clients to stop cramps for good. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn could give you back something priceless. A peaceful night's sleep. Without fear. If you or someone you love has been battling these nighttime cramps, tap that like button so this reaches more people who need it, and subscribe for simple, effective aging advice you can use tonight. You try to stretch it out. But it feels like your muscle is locked in a vice. So tight it's like it has a mind of its own. You grip the edge of the bed, breathing through clenched teeth, waiting for the knot to release. Sometimes it only lasts a minute. Other times, it drags on, twisting deeper. Until you're left shaking, wide awake, heart pounding. And the worst part? It doesn't always go away when the cramp ends. The muscle stays sore, tender to the touch, for days. You walk funny. You limp a little. You start avoiding certain movements without even realizing it. Morning comes, and instead of feeling rested, you wake up groggy, stiff, and weary. Like your body betrayed you in the middle of the night. Again. You try all the usual advice. You drink more water, even if it means more bathroom trips. You take magnesium supplements. Maybe potassium. You cut back on caffeine. But still, the cramps come back. You start asking yourself questions you never thought you'd ask. Is this just part of getting older? Is this what my nights are going to be like now? Is my body falling apart while I sleep? You stop sleeping deeply. You worry before bed. You stretch, you pace, you prepare for battle, but you never know when the next one will hit. And slowly, the fear sets in. Not just of the pain, but of what it means. What if it's a warning sign? What if one night, that cramp pulls so hard you actually tear something? What if you fall? What if you can't get back up? This isn't just about a little leg pain anymore. It's about feeling safe in your own body. It's about being able to trust your sleep again. Have you ever had one of those 2 a.m. cramps that left you limping the next morning? Share it in the comments, your story could help someone else feel less alone. One of my clients, let's call her Marie, was the kind of woman who used to light up a room. In her 60s, full of life, loved to travel, loved her independence. But that started to change when the leg cramps began. At first, they were occasional, a few nights here and there. She brushed them off, like most of us do. Just a Charlie horse, she said. But they didn't stop. They got worse. And more frequent. One night, during a trip out of state, Marie woke up in a hotel room, alone with a cramp so intense she screamed. Her calf locked so hard she couldn't stand. She crawled to the bathroom floor, sweating, shaking, terrified that something had torn. The next morning, her leg was still throbbing. She limped through the airport, barely able to walk. When she got home, she told me, "I'm scared to stay in hotels now. What if it happens again and I can't get help?" At home, things weren't much better. She started sleeping with ice packs near the bed. She kept her phone within arm's reach just in case she needed to call for help. She was even afraid to stretch her legs in her sleep. Then she said something that really struck me, I feel like my body's turning into a trap. I don't trust it anymore. That's when I knew this wasn't just about leg cramps. It was about fear. Losing confidence. Losing freedom. She stopped traveling altogether. She canceled a trip to visit her grandkids. Why? Because one cramp could leave her stuck, stranded, or worse, on the floor. We had to figure this out. Because living in fear, night after night, that's not aging with dignity. So we started looking deeper. Not just at the surface stuff, hydration, electrolytes, but at what was actually triggering the cramps in her body. And what we found completely shifted everything. It wasn't just about what she was missing. It was about what her body had forgotten how to do. And that's when everything began to change. Here's what most people miss, and it's why so many seniors keep suffering despite doing all the right things. It's not just dehydration. It's not just low potassium or magnesium. Those can play a role, sure, but for people over 60, nighttime leg cramps often come from something deeper and less obvious. 3 surprising culprits are behind most of the pain: nerve compression, tight hip flexors, and poor circulation. Let's break that down. First, nerve compression. As we age, the small spaces between our vertebrae start to narrow. It's normal, but it means the nerves that run from your lower back down into your legs can get pinched. And when a nerve is compressed, it doesn't fire properly. Signals get scrambled. Muscles misfire. And that can trigger sudden, intense cramps, especially when you're lying down. Then there's tight hip flexors, the muscles that connect your lower spine to your thighs. If you sit for long periods, watching TV, reading, driving, these muscles shorten. And that tightness pulls on your pelvis and spine, disrupting the nerves that control your legs and feet. Think of it like this: if you pull a rubber band too tight in one spot, the tension shows up somewhere else. Your hip tension travels downward and your calves pay the price at 2 a.m. Finally, poor circulation. As blood vessels stiffen with age, flow to the lower legs and feet can decrease, especially at night when you're not moving. Less oxygen reaches your muscles. And when a muscle is low on oxygen, it panics. It seizes up. That's your cramp. So picture this: your nerves are pinched, your hips are tight, your blood flow is sluggish. And then you stretch your leg in bed. Suddenly, it's like a kinked garden hose. The pressure builds behind the block until it bursts out in the form of a painful spasm. That's the hidden pattern. And most people, even many doctors, never look at it this way. But once you understand these 3 root causes, you can begin to fix them, not with pills, but with gentle, simple steps that get your body back in balance. And that's exactly what we'll cover next. Fix number 1, the foot raise stretch. Now that we've uncovered the real cause of those painful cramps, here's the first fix that can bring you immediate relief without any fancy equipment or complicated routines. This one's gentle, easy, and super effective. Before bed, lie flat on your back, legs straight out in front of you. Take one foot and gently raise it a few inches off the mattress, just enough to feel the stretch, but not so much that it strains. Hold that position for 10 seconds. You'll feel a slight pull across your calf, maybe even your ankle. That's a good thing. It means the stretch is hitting the right spot. Then slowly lower your foot back down. Repeat the process 5 times on each leg, alternating from one side to the other. This simple movement has a few powerful effects. 1. It resets the nerves in your legs. By gently lifting your foot, you send a clear signal to your nervous system. It calms things down, preventing the muscles from seizing up during the night. 2. It improves circulation. Lifting your feet slightly encourages blood flow back up your leg, something that can often be sluggish, especially as we age. Better circulation means your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay relaxed. 3. It signals the muscles to relax. Think of it like telling your muscles, hey, it's time to chill. By holding the stretch for a few seconds, your body gets the message that it's okay to unwind, and that makes a big difference when it's time to sleep. And let me tell you, I've seen this simple stretch work wonders. Marie, remember her? After just 1 week of doing this stretch every night before bed, she told me, "I can't believe it. The cramps are so much better. It's like they've been cut in half. No more ice packs by the bed. No more limping to the bathroom after waking up in pain. Just a steady, calm leg that let her sleep again, pain-free." If you're ready to give this a try tonight, remember, consistency is key. Give it a week, and pay attention to how your legs feel. If you do this stretch every night before bed, you'll likely notice a significant difference, not just in reducing cramps, but also in how you move during the day. Start small. Start simple. But start. You're on the path to a better, pain-free night's sleep. Fix number 2, the calf wake-up rub. This next fix might sound unusual, but it's one of those hidden gems that actually works, especially for people over 60 dealing with night cramps. It's called the calf wake-up rub, and here's how it goes. About 10 to 15 minutes before bed, take a soft bristle brush, a microfiber cloth, or even a small hand towel, something gentle but with a bit of texture. Now sit comfortably, maybe on the edge of your bed or a sturdy chair. Place one foot flat on the floor and gently lift your calf with your hands. Using your brush or towel, begin to rub the calf in long, slow, upward strokes starting from your ankle and moving toward the back of the knee. Not side to side. Not in circles. Always upwards. Do this for about 60 seconds per leg, or longer if it feels good. Now, here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. First, this gentle rubbing stimulates blood vessels just under the skin. And that increased blood flow? It helps carry more oxygen to the calf muscles, which can dramatically reduce the likelihood of nighttime spasms. Second, this motion triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain that calms things down. It's like flipping a switch from tense and alert to calm and safe. Overactive nerves in the legs often cause cramps, especially when you're trying to sleep. This rub down settles them. Think of it as a nightly reset for your nervous system. Third, it works like a message to your muscles: you're done for the day. You can relax now. Many people don't realize their muscles stay in a mild state of tension all night, especially if they've been standing, walking, or even sitting in the same position for too long. And yes, this works even if you don't feel tight or sore. One of my viewers said it best: "I didn't realize how tense my legs were until I started doing the rub. Now, I actually sleep through the night without cramps waking me up." It's one of those things that seems too simple to matter. Until you try it. And then you wonder why no one ever told you sooner. The best part? It's fast. It's free. And it fits easily into your nighttime routine. Try it for 1 week, just 60 seconds per leg, every night. You'll be surprised how something this gentle can have such a strong effect. Sometimes, aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing smarter. Fix number 3, the spinal unlock. This last fix caught Marie completely off guard. She'd spent years blaming her legs for the pain. Never once did she suspect the real culprit might be her lower back. But once we tried this simple move, everything started to change. We call it the spinal unlock, and it starts in the most comfortable, accessible place, a chair. Here's how to do it. Sit upright in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, back tall. Place your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently twist your upper body to the left. Don't force it. Let the movement feel natural. Hold that twist for 10 seconds, breathing slow and steady. Then come back to center. Now switch sides. Left hand on the outside of your right thigh, twist gently to the right, hold for 10 seconds. Do this 3 times on each side, and you're done. It's incredibly gentle, takes less than 2 minutes, and for many people, especially over 60, it addresses a hidden cause of nighttime leg cramps. So, why does this actually work? Let's break it down for a moment. When we sit for long periods, the muscles around the spine, especially the lower back, become tight and stiff. That tension puts pressure on the lumbar nerves, the same nerves that run down through the hips, into the thighs, calves, and feet. Picture your spine like a major highway. If there's a traffic jam at the source, everything downstream gets backed up. Muscle spasms, cramping, nerve misfires. All of it can start from a tight, immobile spine. But when we gently twist the spine, we open up the spaces between those vertebrae. We decompress the nerves. We restore circulation. And we give the legs a clear signal, everything's okay now. That's why Marie couldn't believe how effective this was. After years of leg cramps, she said, "I thought I needed more leg stretches. Turns out my back needed to breathe." And here's the beauty of it, you don't need yoga classes. You don't need a chiropractor. Just a quiet moment in a chair before bed where you reclaim your spinal mobility, one gentle twist at a time. It might sound too simple. But simple doesn't mean weak. Simple often means smart, especially when it's targeting the real source of your discomfort. Try this tonight. 3 twists each side. Breathe through it. And when your spine moves well, your legs sleep peacefully. Marie messaged me exactly 4 weeks later. Her note was short, but powerful. "I just got back from my first trip in 2 years. I slept like a baby. Not one cramp. I didn't think this was possible at my age." That one message said it all. You see, it wasn't just about the cramps going away. It was what came back when they did, her confidence. Before, she had stopped booking hotels, avoided long car rides, skipped vacations with her grandkids. All because of the fear not just of the pain, but of waking up helpless in a strange bed, legs locked, unable to move. But now? She walked through the airport without hesitation. No ice packs. No emergency creams. Just steady steps and a peaceful night's sleep. And here's what I want you to notice. Marie didn't take new medications. She didn't buy fancy gadgets. She didn't overhaul her life. She just made 3 small, focused changes. A foot raised stretch to reset her nerves. A calming calf rub to signal her muscles. And a spinal twist to free the nerves at the root. That's it. But those tiny habits created a massive shift. Because the truth is, cramps don't just steal sleep, they steal trust in your body. They make you afraid of bedtime. They turn something as simple as lying down into a gamble. But when you find solutions that actually work, when you feel your muscles cooperating again, something deeper comes back online. You start to believe in your body again. That's what Marie got. Not just relief, but resilience. Not just less pain, but more life. And that's what I want for you. Because behind every cramp is a choice, to let it control you. Or to learn what your body's really asking for, and finally, give it the care it deserves. These small changes can give you something most people forget is even possible after 60, freedom. The freedom to lie down at night without dreading what might come. The freedom to wake up refreshed, not sore, limping, or scared. The freedom to travel, to relax, to trust your body again. Because aging isn't a sentence. It's a shift, and when you understand what your body needs, you can shift with it, not against it. So if nighttime cramps have ever made you feel helpless or like your body was turning on you, you're not alone. And you don't have to push through in silence. Have you ever had one of those moments where a cramp made you feel scared, stuck, or even embarrassed? What helped, or what didn't? Leave a comment below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to feel hopeful tonight. And if you're ready to finally take back control over your health, subscribe for weekly tips that actually work. Because staying strong and pain-free as you age? It's not magic. It's not luck. It's knowing what to do, and taking that first step. You're not breaking down. Your body is just asking for better care. And the truth is, you're one small move away from sleeping through the night again. You've got this.